Hey there, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about the health benefits of traveling, and make sure you stay until the end so that you can also learn about some of the warnings to look out for. Welcome to the Viva Naturally channel, where we help you to manage your energy and health to boost performance. First of all, traveling in general, going to new places or even going to favorite places for a vacation, it makes us feel happier in general, which improves our health. But there's a specific study that I want to share with you. According to a joint study from the Global Commission on Aging and Transamerica Center for Retirement Studies, in partnership with the U.S. Travel Association, traveling actually keeps you healthier. That's right. The study found that women who vacation at least twice a year show a significant lower risk of suffering a heart attack than those who only travel every 6 years or so. And the same is true for men. Men who do not take an annual vacation show a 20% higher risk of death and 30% greater risk of heart disease. Wow, those are some interesting statistics. Now we have an even bigger excuse to take more vacation than usual. Now, although traveling, people tend to associate it with being stressful, from making the long lines in the airport to losing baggage or maybe missing a flight, overall, taking those things into account, which don't happen all the time, it has been proven to reduce stress levels when you actually enjoy the duration of your vacation. According to another study, 3 days after taking a vacation, travelers report feeling less anxious, more rested, and in a better mood. Interestingly, these benefits tend to linger for weeks after the trip has ended. In addition to improving health and releasing stress, traveling enhances your creativity. A professor at Columbia Business School who has authored a number of studies that investigate the concrete links between creativity and international travel says the following, and I quote, "Foreign experiences increase both cognitive flexibility and depth and integrativeness of thought, which is the ability to make deep connections." Travel alone is not enough, however, according to this professor. He says that international travelers have to be purposeful about engaging while they're traveling. The key critical process is that multicultural engagement, immersion, and adaptation. Someone who lives abroad and doesn't engage with local culture will likely get less of a creative boost than someone who travels abroad and really engages in the local environment. This is why I like to have that local experience when I travel. And it's okay to schedule a couple tour trips or tour guides once in a while just to kind of get the best and most out of your time. But it's also good to get the local experience and talk to the people who live there. Submerge yourself in that culture, embrace it, learn about it, so that you can actually improve these creativity skills, and you'll see it even before you get back home. You'll start to get a lot of ideas and a lot of things going on in your mind, in your life, a lot of awakening moments that you can take advantage of while you're away in your trip. Most people tend to be happier when traveling and not having to worry about work. So I'm talking here specifically vacation and not business travel. Well, this excitement starts when you start to plan that trip. And there's actually a study that shows this. It's a study from Cornell University that found that anticipation of taking a vacation is far greater than the anticipation of acquiring a physical possession. So the benefits of traveling abroad begins well before the trip initiates. Just 3 days after taking vacation, travelers report feeling less anxiety, more energy, and a better mood. Now, what's the opposite of happiness? Sadness. And too much sadness can lead to depression. So studies have shown that traveling can actually help reduce depression. Millions of Americans struggle with depression on a regular basis, and it's not uncommon for doctors to overprescribe medication for depression. Luckily, healthier alternatives are available for escaping that hopelessness of a depressed state, and according to research, travel may be one of them. So that study that I mentioned is actually from Marshfield Clinic in Wisconsin, which found that women who vacation at least twice a year are less likely to suffer from depression and chronic stress than women who vacation less than once every 2 years. Now that we've talked about 5 health benefits that we receive when traveling, I want to talk about some warnings to be aware of. The first warning is what we commonly know as jet lag. It happens a lot when we travel across time zones. It throws off our circadian rhythm, we feel sleepy and drowsy, and it interrupts our sleep cycles. But there's a way to work around that. Maybe I can do a whole video dedicated to this. My top 3 tips to help you prepare for jet lag is to really get some sleep either during the plane or when you land or before. Try and get adjusted to that time zone a few days before you go on that trip. Second is to stay hydrated, and third is to eat healthy. Try to eat good food so that you don't feel too tired. That way you can start to replenish and recharge and actually enjoy your vacation. Next is scheduling or doing too much during your trip. I know we want to try and get the most out of the few or couple days or weeks that we are in this exciting place or places, but don't schedule your agenda too heavily. Try and have some time to relax and actually do nothing, or if it's by the beach or if you are in nature exploring, take it easy. I think that when we actually take the time to relax during vacations, we feel more relaxed and we can reap a lot of the benefits that we talked about earlier in this video in a more soothing and calm way. Otherwise, we go back home and we feel like we need to take a vacation from vacation. So take it easy during vacation. The third warning is to be aware of the food choices you make. The more healthy foods you eat, whole foods, hopefully plant-based, not as processed, the better you feel. Just think about it. If you eat trashy food, then you'll feel trashy and you'll feel lethargic, and then you're not gonna enjoy your trip. So yes, it's okay to try all of these cool different plates, recipes, foods that you find in your destination, wherever it is that you're staying, but also try and balance that off with eating fruits and vegetables, and you can find that anywhere in the world, so there really is no excuse for that. Eat good and you'll feel good. And last but not least is to stay hydrated. This one is a challenge for me because typically when I'm at home or when I'm in my hometown, I am always carrying a water bottle. But when you travel, you don't want to carry too many things, so you often forget about the water bottle, and then it's easier to be dehydrated, especially when you fly. It actually helps you to avoid jet lag. So what I recommend is to carry a water bottle regardless of what else you're carrying in your trip, so that you actually challenge yourself to finish that water and to stay hydrated. Now, just be aware of the quality of water that you intake. A lot of times, other countries that we go to, they have unfiltered water. I wouldn't recommend that. I would always opt in for bottled water that is filtered or purified, so that you don't expose yourself to unnecessary bacteria, and then obviously also the quality of your food should be good because you don't want to have food poisoning. So stay hydrated. Now I want to hear from you. Does taking vacation trips, or just any vacation in general, it doesn't have to be a whole international trip, does it make you feel happier? Does it have any effect on your mood and on your health? Leave a comment below and let me know. Now, one of our recent videos is about my trip to Thailand this year, and I talk about my experience, my highlights, and why this trip was so special to me. It's a place that I've been wanting to go for a long time. It was hesitating on whether or not I should post it or not, and it really was to help you, motivate you to take the leap of faith and take the time off to recharge, revitalize, and whatever it is that you want to go in the world. I'll leave a link below so that you can check out that video. Finally, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notifications by clicking on the bell icon so that you never miss an episode when we post it weekly. Remember to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, where we always put content to help you live an energized and healthy life. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.